want to have a little chat with you. Nothing to put underneath or anything. I just want to have a chat with all of you in regards to what is going on and what you be expecting. First of all, I want to say that what you see behind me are some of the receipts that I saved throughout the year. And those are receipts that specifically are for prepping. And when I add them up, well, the number was shocking, and I wrote it down because I want to share with y'all. $4,738 with 81 cents, specifically for prepping. A lot of you may not think that's a lot of money. A lot of you may think it's a lot of money. It is a significant amount of money comparing to what it was last year. It is roughly about $1,200 more than what it was the year before. However, I venture to say, and I am already collecting for next year. I already have my thing, but I'm gonna come back next year and tell you how much more. And why I'm saying this, because the more that we go into the next 4 years, I believe the prices are not going to go down. I believe prices are going to keep on going higher. That you will see due to the tariffs that are going to be imposed on goods. We will have shortages due to turmoil, and I want to talk about that a little bit too. And we will have what we used to call in Cuba escasez. Escasez means shortages, because things are not gonna. People think that things are gonna be better off now, and I think they will to a point. But I think we're gonna go through some really hardships. We're gonna see good at the very end, but this transition time is going to be hard. And because the transitions are usually hard, well, throughout that time or during that time of transition, you're going to see a lot of bad things. The worst of people is going to emerge. Now, I can tell you right now that, it's unbelievable how rude and hateful people are nowadays. I compare this to 10 years ago, and people were not that rude. They were rude and disrespectful, but not to the extreme that they are today, especially online. And the funny thing is that most people believe now that online is what really matters. Face to face really doesn't matter anymore. People barely interact with each other. So the whole thing that you should not expect people to be as bad as they are online in real life, I think is something that you may soon come to find out that it's not the case, because I am seeing more and more people being as awful as online as they are in person. It's funny. I went to the laundromat some time ago. I think it was like 2 years ago, perhaps, with Mrs. D. And Mrs. D loves dogs. And this lady had a dog, and the dog came to her, and she pet the dog, and the owner was so nasty. You asked permission to pet my dog, and in a very disgusting way. Dee just looked at her, and she didn't apologize for anything. The dog literally came to her and turned around. Recently, I was a sportsman, and a dude with a dog, a Great Dane, beautiful dog. The dog came to me. Of course, I pet the dog. And that guy grabbed the dog and just looked at me and grunt. And I'm like, excuse me? And he didn't turn around. I was ready. I was ready to ramble, to tell you the truth. I like, it's on. But he turned around and he kept on walking. And that's what I want you all to see. That we will see a lot of the worst people coming out. Or the worst of people coming out. We are seeing unprecedented changes in this country. We're seeing the current president signing executive order after executive order. I mean, it's one after the other. I mean, the dude, I think he has a bionic wrist. It's just one after the other. And a lot of those executive orders are pissing people off. And what happens when people get more pissed and more pissed? Well, it will permeate to other areas, aka the streets, aka the public, aka in person. It's just not going to stay online. It's just not going to. So online is becoming awfully hard to navigate through the nastiness. It really is. Nobody know how to have a conversation. Let's say that you go on Facebook to a group and you ask a question. They don't even want to answer you the question. They give you some smart ass answer, unnecessary, because you asking a question. Why not answer? If you don't want to answer it, just don't answer it. I remember one time I asked, and this was at the 40 Mile Caribou group in here in Alaska, and I asked a question. Immediately, like, oh, you better check your regs, blah blah blah. I'm like, I checked the regs. I'm asking because I want to hear your take. You don't need to be nasty. This was a bit ago. Nowadays, I see in the comments in there, and they are utterly disgusting. Disgusting. People are finding joy in being, or they're going out of their way to be disgusting with others. The whole idea of helping your fellow human being, I don't think it's existing anymore. If it is, well, let me put it like this. It's really hard to come by nowadays. So, why am I saying all of this? You're probably asking yourself, Billy, you or asking me already, Billy, why you keep talking? Get to the point. The point is very simple. The very, very worst of people is soon to come. With this executive orders of ending birthrights, with executive orders closing the borders, with executive orders, railing back all of these things that the left, the guy used to, there is no way that the worst in those people is not gonna come out in masses. It's just no way. When you add 1 + 1 = 2, and that's what I'm seeing. These people have been too accustomed to get away with everything, to get everything for free. Not for free. We have paid for it. They have been accustomed for us to remain quiet because we have been told over and over and over, you have to accept them the way they are. I have to acknowledge who you are, but I don't have to accept you. That's the difference. But I guess I'm wrong. Now, we are tipping completely to the opposite. And for so long, we have been oppressed with this blue hair people boots on our throats, that we are now out for, yes, you want to call it revenge, blood, however you want to call it, but you push too far, and now you will suffer everything that we have suffered for so many years. So these people right here who are entitled, they believe that they deserve everything, are going to be the ones who throw the first stone. Mark my words on it. They will be the ones that they say love and you know, equality and all of this. They will be the first ones to throw the first stone. And the moment they do, they're going to get a river full of stones. So you will see a lot of, on one side, coming out, screaming, doing horrible things, and in reaction, you will see the same amount of force being applied, if not more. Because, let's be honest, people in here who have been oppressed from these people, from the blue-haired people for so long, they have a chip on their shoulders. Let's be honest. We have a chip on our shoulders. Why do we needed to take everything and we needed to stay quiet? We done, right? And we have a president up there who's saying, it's done. It's done. So, you know, I mean, one of the things that he signed is like, I don't care whether you're black, white, blue, red. No. No. You should be hired based on your merits and your qualifications. I don't care where you're from. Whew. They're up in arms. So, yeah, I believe that soon enough, we will see the very worst of people coming out. I also believe that the next 4 years are not going to be a walk in the park. There's going to be a lot of hardship. I believe that what I spent last year's in prep, $4,738 with 81 cents throughout the entire year, it's going to be a lot more this year. Way more. Way more, because in order to fix something that is broken, you're going to have to rebuild it from the ground up. And the problem is that we are really broken. Really, really broken. I really don't know how we're going to get away from the debt that we have. Unless we say, no more, do what you want, and I don't care. I don't know. Unless we implement a new monetary system and we erase all the debt that we have, all of them, national debt, credit card debt, everything, and we start new, I don't know how can we start. Unless we have our dollar or the new currency back in gold, if we don't do that, we're going to be making the same mistakes all over again. Zeros and ones are not money. Paper is not money. You need to have physical in your hand. Otherwise, it's a currency based on faith. And the moment that you lose faith on the system created by man, everything goes downhill. So imagine now the blue-haired people complaining because they won their entitlement. These people want a job because they're blue. And they believe that because they're blue, they deserve the job. Not you, who spend an entire career doing the right thing and going to school, doing everything, or have the experience necessary. No. The blue person. You have people who came over here breaking the law, not doing it the right way, and anchoring themselves, complaining and probably fighting, kicking and screaming because they want to stay, because they want what you, the American people, have fought for. They did not. They did everything wrong. They came here wrong, and they anchor themselves. And because that anchor is not longer they're gonna fight. There is a lot of fighting coming. A lot of fighting. And you and I are right here in the middle. Just want to live our lives. And we just look around and ask ourselves, has the world gone insane? What the heck is going on? Let me know down in the comment section below if you know what the heck is going on, because I see what's going on, but I just can't believe it. And I know for a fact that the worst of people is soon to come. I just know. With that being said, I hope you have a great one. Like always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.